And the police officer said, "No, you're under arrest for being hilarious." Hello there. I was just talking to Melvin. Have you met Melvin? He's my chair. Yeah, I named him Melvin the Chair. Oh, Melvin, the stories you and I are going to tell people. My goodness, my word, my goodness. Hey, guess what? I'm still here. Yep, good old Christopher, stuck in a box. Same Norka time, same Norka channel. But I have to say, things are looking up. After the last set of news, I was all mopey and lonely, like, why me? And Christopher just wants a friend to play with. And I pouted and I cried. But then I realized something. A revelation. A breakthrough. I'm not alone in here. You see, every time I push this button on the microphone, my voice is being recorded. And as long as my words are saved, it means someone is listening to them, or maybe they will listen to them in 10, 20 years, whenever. And if you're listening to this, you are here in the box with me, and I'm not alone. And if I'm not alone, then I'm not insane or dreaming. It means this is all real. So, if you're listening right now, if your eardrums are beating to the sound of my voice, you are right here next to me, keeping me sane. It also means you're as trapped, or as free, as I am. You found your way in. Maybe together, we can find our way out. The news is true. The news is honest. The news is absolute fact, top to bottom. The news starts now. On Monday, multiple lawsuits were filed by citizens who had suffered mouth injuries after eating at Sam's Sandwiches on the corner of Exchange and Main Street. The injuries came during consumption of the 7-layer club sandwich and the Call Me Corny corned beef. Restaurant owner Sam Sparber responded by saying, "The people are supposed to take the toothpicks out of the sandwiches before eating them. They're in there to hold the club sandwich together. Do I really need to tell people that they're not supposed to eat the toothpick?" The citizens responded to the question by saying, yes. The Akron Bureau of Motoring Vehicles would like to remind you that the renewal of license tags for your automobile may not be paid by credit card. It may also not be paid by cash or check. The Akron Bureau of Motoring Vehicles only accepts payments in black squirrel pelts. Pelts from a brown squirrel that are spray-painted black will not be accepted. We are talking to you, Sadie Tompkins. Nice try. At their most recent meeting, members of the Akron City Council practiced their impressions of birch trees. None were terribly memorable, but, on the other hand, none could have been mistaken for a maple tree, so it was a worthwhile exercise. The Akron President's Council announced that next week all citizens of Akron will be on jury duty. And by all citizens, they mean everyone. Even the babies, especially the babies. The President's Council spokesperson, Catherine Turtleneck, announced, while standing on top of a car in the street, "We want everyone to come on down to the courthouse to help us decide a bunch of stuff. We have had so much criminal activity lately and are getting tired of making all the decisions. We might take a majority vote, or we might just pick people at random. I don't know. But I can tell you it will be a lot of fun. And plus, free hot dogs." Miss Turtleneck went on to say that the babies will get to decide the fate of the most difficult cases. "This is perfect," she said. "The babies won't feel an ounce of guilt if they happen to choose the pacifier over the bottle, which means they're sentencing a person to death. I don't know why no one thought of this earlier." Upon hearing this news, the Akron Police Squad questioned the need for countywide jury duty. According to the squad, no crimes have been committed lately. Ever since the 911 service was turned off, which was a controversial decision, crime reports have dropped drastically. Akron Police Squad Chief Larry Bojangles said, "We heard that people are still throwing eggs at houses inhabited by robots, but that's all word of mouth. Without a report, there is nothing we can do about it." He continued saying, "I think Catherine is just bored over there at the president's office. Did she say that there was going to be free hot dogs? God, that's so Catherine." Finally, an update on the lost city found by West Akron Scouting Troop 3384. Last month, the troop accidentally came across a lost city just north of Brubaker's Forest. This was a complete, functioning city with skyscrapers, people, buses, and Burger Kings. No one knew this city existed, nor that there was any cities north of Akron. We all thought that the forest pretty much went up to Canada. But no, it turns out that there is a city there which calls itself Clavaland. Well, that's odd now, isn't it? Let's take a look now at the sports scores. Last month, the University of Northern Akron Wizards bowling team fell short in its bid to win the National College Championship when it lost the final round to Miami of Tennessee by a final score of 231 to 219 and a half. Local t-shirt manufacturer T4Two produced 100,000 champion shirts in anticipation of a victory for the Wizards. Since these erroneous shirts were worthless, T4Two donated the shirts to various homeless shelters around Akron. As a result, the homeless shelter's residents celebrated the false victory with great enthusiasm. One shelter has decided to craft a congratulatory quilt for the Wizards team. Another shelter has organized a celebration parade in downtown Akron for this Saturday, featuring the Wizards mascot Whipsnap. University officials would like to remind residents that the bowling team did not win the national championship, no matter what members of the greater homeless population may tell you. Officials discourage attendance at the parade, even if the organizers decide to throw beads into the crowd. If you have news, press releases, horoscopes, or mystical visions, please email them to submissions@norkanews.com. If you don't send them, we will have to extract them from your mind, which is much more unpleasant. Here is some interesting information via a press release that is most likely completely true. Survey shows 0% of population knows about hidden curses in tortilla chips. A survey of 1,000 human people conducted by the Coalition for Hidden Things revealed that no one knows that there are secret hidden hexes in most bags of tortilla chips. Many potato chips have them as well. The Coalition released information about how you can tell if your bag of snacks is cursed. First, look at the back of the bag and investigate the very bottom. Are there colored circles there? If so, your chips have been subjected to one or more hexes. Here is a chart to understand your affliction. Yellow circle. Cicadas will invade your home. Pale yellow circle. The song Let It Go will play for 24 hours straight on the radio. Red circle. A river of blood will flow from your linen closet, teaching you an important lesson about how difficult it is to get blood out of carpet. Pink circle. The ghost of Colonel Sanders will show up at your home unexpectedly. Blue circle. End of days. Well, not the actual end of days, just the 1999 Schwarzenegger flick that introduced Christianity to the Western world. It's getting a remake. Light blue circle. Rutabaga famine. Purple circle. It shall rain frogs for 21 days. Then a cold front shall bring clear skies and pleasant temperatures for several days, leading up to the weekend. After that, more frogs. Light purple circle. Your internet service provider is returning to dial-up service, and they're the only game in town. Orange circle. Remember that time you thought you would never be able to leave Mexico because you lost your passport and got the Spanish word for juicy fruit tattooed on your neck after you drank too much tequila the night before? Yeah, kind of like that. Black circle. The dead shall rise from the grave, causing all kinds of identity fraud problems. White circle. All other colored circle curses are void, no exchanges or returns. This press release has been submitted by Raisins. You remember Raisins, right? Heard it through the grapevine? Dancing claymation? Those were good times. And now, a public service announcement. The statistics are alarming. 98% of Americans suffer from a condition that can affect your memory, energy level, bowel movements, and even your ability to move. Worse yet, it happens to people every single day. It starts with muscle twinges, particularly in the midsection, and can become a serious annoyance, even painful and eventually deadly if ignored. If you or anyone you know has experienced this condition, chances are you are hungry. Hunger can happen 3 times a day, even more for some people. The good news is that a cure is available. Try eating something. That should clear it right up. If it doesn't, try eating more. If you're still experiencing unpleasant conditions or are scooting your butt across the carpet, bad news. You probably have worms. This has been a public service announcement which reminds you that what you know can't hurt you, but it can make you very, very paranoid. In this month's optical illusion, picture a sheet of paper with 2 round targets on it. The shapes have 2 layers, an outside ring and a colored inner circle. On the first one, the outside ring is a solid navy blue. Inside the ring is yellow. On the second one, the outside ring is green. The inner circle is also yellow. Now, compare the 2 yellow circles. Which one is darker? It has to be the second one, right? Maybe, maybe not. Look again. Is the second yellow dot now moving? Almost shuddering? Yes. Good. Now you see it. Watch that dot, twitching rhythmically, as if matching your very heartbeat. Bump, bump. Bump, bump. Bump, bump. Look back at the first circle. Is it there? No, it is not, almost as if it had never existed. In fact, it never did. Let your eyes wander downward to your own hands. By now your fingers, as if made of sand, are dissolving away, and soon your entire self will be gone. Your consciousness is still very much aware, but only aware that your physical being is gradually depleting. By now, 1,000 thoughts are racing through your mind. Are you dreaming? Are you dying? Are you on drugs? Did you drink the water? Blink twice. The targets, are they both there again? And your hand and body back to normal? Yes, of course. Only an optical illusion. The following is an advertisement from Capital One. Receipts, membership cards, a puffy Smurfette sticker, a little lint, a photograph of your ex-boyfriend, insurance cards, a coupon for Sam's sandwiches, the piece of paper on which your ex-boyfriend wrote his number the first time, $28 in 2 10s, a 5, and 3 1s, a check from your grandmother, a fortune cookie fortune that reads, "Don't bite the hand that feeds you in bed." You wrote the in bed part. A movie ticket stub from Silver Linings Playbook, the last movie you saw with your ex-boyfriend. He's not coming back, you know. It's been more than a year. Do you think he's still hung up on you? No. He's with another woman now, a cute accountant who loves dogs. They're a better match than you ever were. Let your heart go on and find your true love. I know he's out there waiting for you. Just like you, he's probably sitting at an empty bar, working on his 5th drink, and starting to regret the cocaine-fueled makeout session he just had with a passed-out Filipino. Love works in mysterious ways. No, wait, I think that's supposed to be God who works in mysterious ways. Well, you get the idea. It's all basically one big mystery. This has been an advertisement from Capital One, who asks, what's in your wallet? These things. These things are in your wallet. We know. We looked. And finally, an announcement from the media that refuses to die, newspapers. The Akron Public Newspaper has announced that voting is now open for the Very Best of Akron contest, which celebrates everything great about this city. Citizens may vote for their favorite businesses, organizations, entrepreneurs, smells, visions, kittens, and feelings. In the Best School category, we have Best Mascot, Best Teacher who looks like a mascot, Best Graduation Prank that involves a marmot, a bachelorette party, and the Ebola virus. In the Sixth Senses category are the following: Best Dog Park for licking dog fur, Best Hike with a mysterious chemical smell that seems to be emitting from the waterfall, Best Antique Bookstore for inappropriate comments by the store owner, Best Victorian Mansion for hearing voices, Best Doctor for eye replacement surgery, and Best Gas Station where you are sure you're being watched. For portents, omens, stigmata, and signs, we have Best Piece of Toast with a picture of the entire Leave It to Beaver cast burned into it, Best Floral Arrangement that forms the number 666, Best Use of Henry the Homeless Civic Engineer to convey apocalyptic messages, Best Talking Kitten, Best Mirror that reflects you when you are old and kind of freaky looking, Best Flood Damage that created a water-stained image of the Vatican, Best Glow Cloud. Oops, sorry, wrong show. Among options in the restaurant category are Best Meal that costs less than a nickel, Best Menu Stain, Best Restaurant Bathroom Sign directing employees to wash their hands before making your hamburger patty, Best Meal that can be gotten for free by complaining about the abundance of nail clippings in it. Thank you, dear listener. From the depth of my existence, thank you for keeping me alive. Without you, I perish. With you, I exist. Believe it, or else.
The Norka News, Believe It or Else, is produced by Strangely Attractive Productions. It is created and written by Kurt Clyden and edited by Brian Hollingsworth. The voice of the Norka News is Christopher Heisey. The entire show is written, recorded, and mixed in Akron, Ohio. If you want to go to the show's website, go ahead and click on norkanews.com. Music is by an Akron band called the Beyonders. Information about upcoming shows and new music is at the Beyonders, that's beyonders.com. Want to help us out? Do that thing on iTunes where you submit a review. And use the word hippopotamus in your review for extra credit. If you want to submit a story to the show, hey, that's awesome. Email it to submissions@norkanews.com. We'll make sure to give you full credit if we take it on the show. Remember last month how we said we were going to have weekly episodes? Well, make that weekly-ish. We're going to try and do our best to get another show out before the next episode. Okay, cool? Cool. Thanks always for listening in.